Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn to Code by Saurabh. Today I'm going to show you how to create a Springboot application and a package structure. So this is the second video in the series, and if you are new to the channel, I suggest you first watch the first part of the video that will give you overall idea of what we are going to do throughout the journey. Okay, link is in the description below. Now let's get started with the video. Let's first open the browser. Chrome. I'm going to use Chrome. Type start.spring spring.io. You can follow along with me if you want. So this is the Spring Initializer site where we can create Spring Boot project. I'm going to use Maven project as a build tool. Language Java version is same 2.7.5. I'm going to use Java 11 and the packaging jar. So you might be wondering what is group ID and artifact ID and the name, description, package name. So this is a standard Maven structure. So Maven uses this group ID and artifact ID in order to identify the project from the Maven repository. So when we create a jar of the application, so then this group ID will be is used as a base name, or we can say base package of the project of the jar, and the artifact ID is the unique name of that application. And this package name is the root package of the source where we are going to write the Java classes and interfaces. Okay, so let's name this group ID as per our requirement. So I'll name this as com dot user. Uh, I can name this as com dot srv. Learn to code by Saurav. This is the base group ID, a base package, you can say. Artifact will be user service app. So I'll keep the name as artifact ID. Demo project for Spring this I'll keep it as it is. And the package name learn to code by Saurav.user server app. Okay, it is not server. Should be service. So I'll do this package name same as the group ID. Yeah. So we are going to make the REST API. So in order to achieve that requirement, we have to add few dependencies. So for the REST APIs, we will add uh, web dependencies, Spring Web. So here, as you can see, these dependencies will help us creating web applications, including RESTful services, or also we can create a Spring MVC applications. And you can see here it uses Apache Tomcat as an embedded container, which is a server. So when we are going to build the application, it will create a jar of the application, and that jar is itself is a runnable uh, code on top of the Tomcat server. Let's add these dependencies. Few more dependencies we have to add, like uh, I'm going to use MySQL as a database, so let's add MySQL related dependencies, MySQL driver. What else we should add here? Spring Web is We have added bicycle driver. Okay, and yeah, that is pretty much it. So we'll keep on adding dependencies if we require. So let's first create the application. We'll see what we need later. So click on generate and it will download the Spring Boot. It will create the application and then download it to the your download folder. So as you can see now the application has been downloaded as a zip file. Now we have to unzip it and then import it in the IDE. So I'm going to use IntelliJ as the development environment. You can use as per your choice, like you can use Eclipse or STS as you want. So I'm going to use IntelliJ for the development. So let's go to the location, downloads, user service app. Yep, unzip it, unzip, extract here. I'll move this folder to my project directory in the documents. You can keep it anywhere in your disk. So now let's import this project into the IntelliJ IDE. Click on File, Open, navigate to the project folder, which is in I think C, Users, Survey, OneDrive. Where is it? OneDrive. Yeah, OneDrive Documents, YouTube Projects, and here it is. Click on the user service app. Click on OK. Trust project. New window. And here we are. The project has been imported. It will take some time to resolve the dependencies in the IDE. Then, then we'll start with the development. Now the dependencies has been resolved. So let me walk you through the basic packaging structure and the pom.xml file. So let me walk you through the pom.xml file first. The pom.xml file contains all the dependencies declarations, like we had added MySQL and the web dependencies during the project creation. So those dependencies you can see here. This is the web dependency and the MySQL dependencies. So at later point of time, we want to add some other dependencies, then we can directly add dependencies here like that. So how do we find those dependencies? Like suppose we want to add Lombok, then we'll go to Lombok. We'll search Lombok in the Maven repository. Search for Maven, MVN repo. Click on the first link, then search for Lombok. Click on the project Lombok. Click on any of the version and, and just click here. It will get copied. Now you can simply paste here in the ID in the POM file and just refresh the Maven goals. So it will load the latest changes in the POM file and it will download the library to the project. So like that, you can add new dependencies to the project. So for now, I'm not going to use Lombok here in this project. Let me remove it. Now let's start with creating the package structure in the source folder. So whatever the code we are going to write in the source directory. This is the source directory src. This is the main and test. So our main code, our our Java code will be in the main directory and we'll keep our test files in the test directory. Okay, so let's expand this main directory. Here we have two directories, Java and resources. So in the resources folder, we have one file called application.properties file where we will keep all the configurations, dynamic configurations, which can be retrieved in the Java classes. So I'll come to this file later. So in the Java folder, here you can see the base package com.run to code by Saurav. Under this folder, we are going to create multiple packages like controller, service, repository, utility package, and so on. This is the Java main class user service application. So as you know, Springboot application is a production ready application, and so we can start it directly from here. So if click so click anywhere in the file, click on run user service app, and it will start the application. As you can see, this application is getting started. Now the project, you can see here this line. This means as you can see this line, this means this project has been started on the port 8080 and it is running on Tomcat server. And you can also start this project from here also by clicking on by clicking on this run button or here. And you can also see this user service application has been added to the run configuration here, and it is showing currently it is running. If we want to stop the application, we can click on here this red button and it will be stopped. So this is one of the advantage of IntelliJ. When we click on the application, it will add this run configuration here. So no need to come to this file and start the project again and again. We can simply click on this button if we want to run it in a run mode or if we want to run it in a debug mode. Now let's start with creating a package. So let's right click on the base package, click on new, click on package and name this. I'm going to create first package controller. Now let's create second package service, third package repository. Sorry, I have created this package in a service. Okay, and let me refactor it. Let's keep it to service. Right click on this package, click on new, click on package, name the package as repository. Now we have three packages controllers, so repository and service. So as shown you in the diagram, so this our controller classes will be present in the controller. I'll create service classes in the service package and the persistent logic in the repository. So I'm going to use data GPA, Springboot data GPA as a ORM tool here, which will directly map our entity to the database records. So since we are going to use data GPA, now we have to add one more dependency called Springboot data GPA. So let's find out the So let's search for Spring Starter GPA in the Maven repository. Yeah. Here you can see the Springboot starter data GPA. We have to import this dependency into our IntelliJ. Data GPA. Which version I'm using? 2.7.5. Let's keep the same. Here I will add data GPA dependencies. Let me remove the comment. I'll I will not define the version tag here in the data GPA dependencies. I will let Spring Boot to decide which version to add. Let me refresh it. So when we refresh it, it will start resolving dependencies. It will take some time. This is it, guys. In this video, we have created a Spring Boot project and imported that project into the IDE and created a package structure. In the next video, we will create a full-fledged working API and we'll test that API with the Postman. So this is it now. If you find this video helpful, then please do like, share and subscribe. And if you have any queries, please comment down below. I'll try to answer your queries. Thank you, guys.